Hey guys, Sheri and Richerson from Experimental Homesteader Exotic Gardening, SheriandRicherson.com and biannualblogathonbash.com, and welcome to our daily vlog. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I actually am going to do kind of a promotion for a book that I wrote some time ago. It's called 101 Organic Gardening Tips, and I've had it for sale on my blog, exoticgardening.com. If you click on any article, right at the top of the article, you can see the book cover, and you can buy it from PayPal for $15. I also included the book for free in my organic gardening e-course. Give me a moment, please. My throat is really sore, and I feel like I'm losing my voice again. So I apologize, but anyway, I have not sold a lot of these books, and this was one of the first products that I created. So I was kind of disappointed that sales were not better. It is available as print for those of you that don't like ebooks on Amazon, so you can look it up there. But on my blog, I only have the PDF version available. And it is technically 101 short little tips. So it's not like either of my complete idiot guides where you get chapters that are devoted to one thing. Instead, you get little tiny tips. Little nuggets of information that you can use. I mean, there's enough in each tip that you can use it to actually learn something, but it's not long and drawn out. So I have some different chapters in the book that are then broken down into the tips. So for example, the first chapter is where to start. And the topics that I cover include why organic, be a savvy consumer, free mulch sources, garden planning, cement walls and walkways, test your soil, organic weeding methods, plants that clean metal contaminated soil, replenish the earth, and portable compost bins, as well as recycle your Christmas tree. My second chapter is organic soil amendments, and it covers things like healthy soil is important for healthy plants. We all know that. If your soil's not good, you're just not going to grow good plants. Composting basics, best compost materials, leaf compost, maintaining compost temperature, compost tea, mulching with compost, encouraging earthworms, an easy to build worm bin, organic fertilizer basics, and fish emulsion versus fish meal. Other topics that I include are attracting beneficial insects, organic pest management, companion planting, indoor and container gardening, wild plants and seeds, flowers, fruits and nuts, herbs, vegetables, greening your garden. And like I said, these are all, little tips. For example, under the fruits and nuts, I have orchid weed control. And for whatever reason, this is not clicking like it should. Possibly because I have it pulled up online instead of actually using the downloaded PDF. But let me see if I can go down here and find this, and if not, we'll just go with a different one. Okay. Let me see. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to a different one. This is right at the end of the book, and this is tip number 91. Is extend the end of season harvest. And I'm just going to read this to you. Okay. The first frost is over in many areas. While most of the garden is done, once frost hits it, there are still some plants that can be harvested and are actually better after they have been hit by a light frost. Kale, Brussels sprouts, Jerusalem artichokes, and rose hips are just a few of the items that can still be harvested. Rose hips are high in vitamin C. They can be eaten fresh, used to make wine, flavored honey, or jelly, which can be canned and used throughout the winter months. If you prefer not to eat rose hips, you can leave them on the roses for the birds or harvest and dry them for potpourri. Kale and Brussels sprouts will last in the garden at least until a hard freeze. With protection, they may last longer. And here in Indiana, I have had them both last well into December. So, they will last. Okay. This gives you the advantage of picking them as you need them or picking them all at once and preserving them for use throughout the winter. If you still have spinach or lettuce growing in your garden, before the first frost, cover it with frost cover and put a cold frame around it. And again, spinach and lettuce are plants that will grow all winter long here in Indiana if they are properly protected. This will allow you to continue to harvest fresh spinach and lettuce throughout most of the winter. Remember that just because most of the gardening season is over does not mean you cannot continue to grow things. Cool weather plants and even potatoes can be grown throughout the winter without heat. Many root crops will also store in the ground with a bit of protection, such as carrots. Carrots are great to mulch with straw and leave them in the ground. You can do the same thing with potatoes. You do have to have a really thick layer of straw on top because what you're doing is insulating the ground so that when you pull the straw back, the ground has not frozen and you can just dig down and harvest your crops. And then it goes on to say, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Year-Round Gardening by Delilah Smittle and Sheri Richerson, that's me, is a great resource for in-depth information on extending the harvest or even getting an early start on the upcoming garden season. So as you see, that is just one tip in this book. And it is concise. It gives you some really good information. And then if you are interested enough, of course, yes, you're going to have to do a little bit more research, but I gave you a source that you can get everything you want to know about year-round gardening. And if you want to contact me, I am always right here available. I do have some Facebook groups, and you can find those on my fan page, which is just under Sheri Richerson. And I always try to be available for anyone who wants to send me an email, ask questions in the group, or whatever it is that you might want to do. I actually want to see, because now I'm curious. I want to make sure I got this formatted right. So this may seem like a really strange thing to do while I'm on video with you guys. But I downloaded the PDF, and I want to make sure that my formatting is right, and that the problem is that it's just up on the download page. Let's see. We was going to look at orchid weed control, wasn't we? Okay. When I converted it to a PDF, that seems to have messed up the clickable. So it is not, at this point, clickable. I will try to see if I can get something done about that. And I do apologize. But all of the information is there. And easy to find. And you'll just have to scroll through the pages. And maybe I could go back through and add the pages or something. I will definitely see what I can do about this. But for $15, it is a really, really great resource. And I really want to encourage you to go over to Exotic Gardening and check this book out and possibly download it, because there is still time before the gardening season is in full swing. And some of the things that you're going to want to check out right now, if you have an orchid or any type of fruit trees, I highly recommend the Organic Ways to Outsmart Fruit Pest. I do this every year. I'm not going to tell you what it is because obviously I want you to buy the book. But I do this one thing every year, and it really does seem to help a lot. So like I said, go over to Exotic Gardening and check this book out. Give it a try. It is $15 payable through PayPal, and I really think you're going to get a lot of great information out of it. So anyway, guys, please subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.